Anywho, happy Sunday, everybody. We're doing game dev again. Yippee! Took a brief break there. We also are back to our survival horror game. Okay, so Sundays are going to be, once again, indefinitely back to just full-on game dev goodness, all that stuff. Also, we just updated to, what is this, 4.5.1, I think? So I'm going to be testing some stuff here before we actually get into the meat of the code. Having said that, boom. Look at that. Also, I thought I turned the... Okay, there is a bug, and I forget, I have it written down. There's something with, like, the skipping cutscene logic where it, like, doesn't reset something, and I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. But yeah, we're gonna be working on a mishmash of a lot of different things tonight. Most notably, the thing I want to get in here more than anything, things are looking pretty good so far. That's not good. No, that's okay. That's because of my cutscene jank. Yeah, no, that scene got messed up when I threw my cutscene in there, and I tested it in another room. It's not like the fact that the cutscene is in the room is what's making it break. It's just breaking on its own. In that room, something's got to be in there that's like janked, but I don't see any warning messages or anything else that would be indicative of like what's happening. Looks like, yep, alright, I forgot. I don't know if I can shoot bullets because of that. Since there's code that like listens for, I could probably shoot one bullet. I don't know if I'll be able to shoot multiple. There's code that listens for like the end of animations. And I know at one point I floated the idea of removing that and just having it like work on a timer system, which I might do. Got our notes. Got our map. Oh yeah, wait, map system. Oh, I shouldn't look at it in here because it's probably janked as heck. Yeah, no, that part's actually working. Minus, I don't know what happened to these buttons. It's like literally just these buttons. Everything else seems fine. But yeah, that seems to still be working. And that area is being marked as cleared correctly since we cleared all the items out of it. This one is not. I think it's because that door on the east side of the room is locked. Oh wait, no, I haven't picked the map up either. And then, oh wait, shoot, do we know? No, we don't know about the other room because I don't have the map. But if I get the map, then we'll know. I picked up the park map. Look at that. Ta-da! Yeah, and then we don't know about the doors. That's not part of the map. That's intended to be that way. Sweet. This feels weird to say that everything's working, but it seems like everything's working. At least working to the degree that I'm expecting it to. But maybe we'll even open up Blender tonight, and I'll just like put some placeholder animations in there. I think I tried to do that a couple streams ago, and I had issues. Wait, do I not know whether... Oh yeah, no, that's also intentional, I think. Yeah, until you go in a room, even if you have the map, you don't know whether it's cleared or not. That makes the most, like, logical sense. I think we'll leave it that way. Lots and lots of logic to set up here. Let me see if I can just shoot. How many bullets do I have? 16. I think they take, like, 5 shots each. Okay. It would appear I'm not equipped with a weapon. This is another funky thing where I don't even think it's this room. I think it's that screen transition that goes from the previous room to this one breaks something in the equip logic, and it's probably some weird race condition that I just haven't like nailed down yet, but genuinely not sure. Did I hit something? I see a debug. Try to equip oh wait, this could be a hint. Try to equip non-weapon item from item slot 1. Well, it doesn't even make any frickin' sense. Unless that's 0 indexed, which... Well, even still, it wouldn't make sense. Whatever. Oh, maybe there is like a 0 and a 1 getting crossed somewhere in here. Yeah, I can't shoot anymore because the game think... Oh, no, wait. I can. What? Get deleted. Alright. That's all functional. Cool with it. Mark room 4 is clear. Yeah, so, I don't know, maybe I'm actually... Once we start looking at it, maybe I'll feel differently, but... We have our logging system, and I know this actually does export to, like, a log file if you make a debug build or whatever. I kind of want something even better than that. Like, I want to have, like, some universal messaging system so we can see... Because we already have that anyway, because, like, I have my little console thing here where you can, yeah, like, boom, set speed mod to 2. But I'd love this to be, like, a full log. Also, I really need to turn off this fucking filter, because it's the worst. Alright. So that's all hunky-dory. If I unlock this, this room should then become green. We'll see if that happens or not. We can unlock it multiple ways. I'm gonna unlock it this way. Yep. Green, aka cyan green, because it's flashing. Alright. That all looks good. Oh, control rebinding, yes. Let's just change our stuff up to... Oops. That's right, that's not how you do that. Can't test a lot of this stuff. Okay, actually though, hold on. Yeah, I forgot there's a... Right, we got our subtitles, those seem to be working and all that. I forget what this does with keyboard controls. I think it will still do tank, yeah. But if I grab a controller, which I neglected to do so until right now. Hey, we got proper analog controls. But I can still do tank controls if I use the D-pad. Beautiful. Still has the same camera change problem that every survival horror game with this sort of arranged control configuration has. Actually, no, it doesn't, because I don't have the logic in there to, like... No, wait, no, it does do that. Yeah. So it is going, like... Alright, for example, right here, right? There's a big, like, angle change between here and there. I'm holding this direction, and I'm gonna just keep holding this direction, and it keeps it for now, and even I can even, like, a change direction to go like that, but if I let go, now if I press down, it reorients itself. How does he do it, ladies and gentlemen? I think things are working anyway, not to jerk myself off too much here. Things appear to be working. And if I turn analog controls off, absolutely, then it... You know, honestly, the default should be analog controls on, force analog off. Oh, wait, no, that's no good. Still doing analog. Huh. Does this setting just not do anything? I know this one will work, because... Well, okay, I don't know, unless I broke it, but Again, I doubt that whatever, just upgrading is like, you know. Alright. Did this in the worst way possible. There we go. Yeah, okay, you know what? I'm not listening to this crazy room. This room is glitchy for whatever reason, so I'm gonna go over here. I blame that random third-party fountain I put in there, but not this third-party gazebo, though. That thing can stay. No, it's still not respecting the menu settings. And it's not even like it didn't update because it was working with analog by default. But maybe I just never wired those up? I might need to look into that. Alright, well, that's one bug, I guess. Control rebinding was the other thing I wanted to do. But I pressed the wrong button. Alright, so let's just change it to Wasad. Don't know why I did that on the controller, but whatever. Yep. Sod moves around. Arrow keys no longer do. If I go back here... Oops, that's the wrong menu. Really quick hit reset to default. Okay, so it's not even like it's not listening to any menu events, because it's clearly the controller rebinding works. I can't test the like monitor resolution stuff, because in editor it just doesn't do anything. I think even if I do pop out wherever that is on the old menu, I still think it like rejects my like command or my call to like change full size status or whatever. I need like a full build. Well, this is working. If I hit cancel. And if I hit confirm. Boom. Looking good. Okay. I wish I could, it's not the longest menu, but I kind of might update it so that it'll, like, pressing up here goes to the bottom and vice versa. Also, holding the button down to go down would be nice, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that. Since this is actually just literally using, like, the UI events. Unless there's some kind of, like, setting I can, configure. That stuff still appears to be working. Okay, cool. Yeah, I also want to test going back in, I'll put it on hard mode, randomize the items and the enemies, even though it doesn't matter. Errors? What has happened? Oh, yeah, that's, okay, that's the hopefully innocuous one that keeps popping up. Uh-oh. Well, now I'm sideways. What happened? What the? How did any of that happen? Oh yeah, wait, I wanted to see if I take this off, will it then... No, it's still... I don't know, man. I mean, I guess I could check my code and see if I have stuff coded in there. Oh yeah, the last thing I wanted to check was... load a save. Oops. Looks like we're still good there. I'm gonna plop another save. And reload that. And it did forget that I had the gun equipped. Which is weird because that's in the logic for loading. Like, it's supposed to know what you had equipped. In fact, I think, yeah, equipped weapon equals 1. Now, I'm curious, does it... Yeah, item slot number 1. It did that again. Okay, let's look up what this thing is doing. Crap, there was another bug we just saw, and I did not write it down. What the hell was it? I mean, obviously the analog control thing, but there was something before that, wasn't there? Well, regardless, I think the upgrade didn't break anything. That's cool. I've already been having trouble with it, like, not remembering that, like, a weapon was equipped, so it doesn't, like... I'm not chalking that up to the upgrade, I guess. Like, I could have sworn I fixed that, but I'm also not, like, confident that I fixed it, you know? Oh, also... Hold on. Wait, what? Oh. It's like, what did I not turn off here? There's a chance that I haven't opened Rider in, like, months on this computer, so there's a chance it's just, well, not months, for month. Singular month. Might be like, hey, you got a long back end, dude. Frickin'... Yeah, why did I do that with my hair? No, we're good, actually. Alright. Boop. Being paranoid. Yeah, so let's search for this phrase. Boom. Well, yeah, I mean, I see the issue. It's saving item slot 1 and trying to load item slot 1. But how does this ever work, though? Because this is the same thing that gets called every time you go from one screen to another, and it at least remembered in the one room. Well, actually, this one might be when you, like, load a save file, so that would make sense. But this is the only place where that debug message shows up, so clearly it also calls it when you're moving from screen to screen. So I don't know how this ever worked. Equipped weapon index. Like, this is working off of a 1 I see the issue, I don't know where it's getting, like, not This is private, right? No, this is a public ugh. Well, then I guess let's search everywhere for where we could possibly set this. I probably only set it in this file. Yeah, it looks like that's the case. But who knows, right? Equals I. Start at I equals 0. Go through items.length. Okay. If your oh, is that the does this have the same item ID as the ammo? And that's why it's like, well, no, that still wouldn't make any sense because it should see the gun first. What's happening? If it's going at a loop from 0 forward, your inventory is gun, ammo. Like, it should get the gun first when it's checking. Also, a very weird and jank way to, like, calculate this. This might be a smarter way to do this in general. See if we can find anything. Grab the items 1 and 2. Well, then, no, see, right there, it's already debunked, because item 1 is the gun. Oh, crap. Is it grabbing the ID of... Oh my god, that would be bad. Weapon equals I. Well, no, because this is based off the index. And you're just checking items at I. So how would that ever end up as 1? Huh. Also, this is just... How do I turn this into, yeah, search? No, that's not what I want to search. Alright, that doesn't search the code the way I thought it did. Yeah, so... Come on. Oh, that's why this is a public variable. It's because this is a data object. Yeah, here's this logic. Target weapon is player inventory, item number, the equipped weapon index. Like, loading from save will make a new save because that save file is already incorrect. But, yeah, so that's all in here. And item ID is not, that's not a Godot engine thing, that is my thing. If I go to the gazebo room, I can pop in here, and the item spawner, it's got ID 1, ID 2, ID 3, ID 4. Okay. And again, the save file already reflected that, so that should be a, like, usable comparison. Yeah, we null check it, and then also check equipped weapon.weapon ID is equal to, where's, oh, there's the, no, that's, oh. Yeah, and this is the shorthand because we, like, lose which... This is why this loop is happening in the first place, because when we, like, save the equipped weapon, it doesn't save, like, what slot that is in the inventory, so it kind of janks stuff up a little bit. So now I'm thinking this isn't a, you know, index comparison issue. But I'm really not sure what the hell this is. I mean, even looking at that debug output of the save file that it loaded, like the game state that it like loaded in from that save file. Items, where are they? Not grabbed items. Oh right, inventory is before the item box. Right, these 6, right? Oh, that's just not very nice to look at now, is it? Ugh. What is native instance? Oh, because it's got the rotation. Yeah, inventory, okay. So, first thing is the pistol. It's index 0, not index 1. Then it's the pistol ammo. I'm noticing there's a double slash. That's not the root problem here, but in fact, it's nice that it doesn't break when that happens. I could certainly fix that, though. It's appending an extra backslash. Huh. Yeah, it's got the item prefab and then the quantity. And both are correct. Wait, does it not save the ID? Maybe we should start saving the ID on this. Like next to the quantity. Oh! Well, no. No, that doesn't actually work. I was gonna say, is that why it can't find it when it loads, but weirdly, it doesn't actually need the ID on them. Oh, you know what? This would actually break down if this did have the ID on it, because then as soon as you have combined like piles, so like for ammo, right? You pick up 3 piles of ammo. Are you gonna put the ID on like all 3 of the one stack that it makes? So I guess I do prefer this without the ID as it is. But again, I am baffled by the data I'm looking at as to how it arrived at, yeah, I have weapon index 1 equipped. It should be 0. It should absolutely be 0. I guess I could put a debug statement around it and then we can like watch it as we go between rooms and everything, but yeah, let's do that. Oh. Wait, okay. So, player status dot equipped weapon dot item ID is equal to items at I dot item ID. No, yeah, that should prevent this. So I am noticing that this will run through the whole loop of all of their items each time. And we can definitely fix that with just like... do check that boolean as well, and that way it'll just kind of see itself out of the loop as soon as it finds it. This could fix the issue, but I'm more concerned about why it thinks the other thing is a match. So, you know, I kind of want to leave this out temporarily while we get the debug statement in here to see if I can uncover, like, some deeper data issue going on here. Boom. Never lost a chat. In fact, I could never find kept typing gd.print when I was doing Unity stuff last month, or 2 months ago, or more focused on that project. Gosh. Okay. Found currently equipped weapon at inventory slot I. Item ID this. And then just for shits and giggles, let's throw this in here too. Wait, okay, also, how does this not break? Oh, it's because it has this null check before it. Okay, well, we know that at least the current item's not null. Wait, no, how is this not breaking when your weapons and when your currently equipped weapons null? Oh, because I do that up there. I feel like I could just probably bake that into whatever. Maybe a null ternary. Or even another condition here. Of course, then that gets messier to read. Whatever. Anyway. I do now, I'm starting to wonder, well, this still wouldn't really make sense. Like, if somehow it's, like, updating the value, like, multiple times, and then, like, rerunning it somehow screws up, like, the detection of which one the currently equipped weapon is. I don't fucking know. In fact, I'm a little confused right now. You know, I can start from the scene. That is, oh man. Let me tell you, chat. That is the biggest godsend of this over the first Goon's House of Doom. So that I can just, in any scene, be like, yep, play, and everything will just work normally. We pay a price in that it's like the entirety of the game sitting on the player prefab, which then also leads to problems such as this, where the menu is also getting filtered by the stupid shader I have running here. But that's neither here nor there. Alright, grab both things, otherwise probably won't trigger the logic. Okay. Now, as we leave the room, it should trigger the logic once. Also, I just realized only one of the shift buttons works here. Slot 0, item ID 1, equipped weapon equals 1. And as you probably can't see very well, because filter. But I do still have the weapon equipped. This room, that's even, like, weirder that, like, in this room it works, but in the other room it doesn't work, and both of those are very consistent. Oh, I forgot to check one thing there. Currently, oh, item ID is now 0. Okay, so it's the fact of, like, going through two different rooms, I think. How does it get ID 0? Maybe we do need the ID on the item spawns, and then, like, we're really only gonna need it for these, like, equipped weapon items. Okay, but yeah, that is the problem. And that's gonna be a problem moving forward, too, because, like, what it would do is it'd grab the first thing. It's even weirder that, like, the UI still thinks, like, no, we know what this is the thing that's equipped. Does it re-equip when I come back out here? No. Yeah, no, it's because it's lost the ID when you come back to it. So now everything matches. And yeah, that's, again, the case I brought up earlier of, like, oh, how do you do that when you're, when you have, like, ammo stacks that combine, right? That's fine, I think, because we can let those just be 0. Or whatever the first stack of them that was picked up was. It's whatever. It's junk data, I guess, but we only really need this for, like, the equipable weapons, and maybe I could even, like, segment it that way so that, like, this only does it to things that don't stack. But yeah, okay, so now I'm gonna solve this way. Like, the easy fix would, well, no, it's not even an easy fix because it doesn't fix the problem. Like, yeah, I could put that if statement there and then the equipped weapon would still work, but the fact of the matter is, if I had grabbed the ammo first and then the gun, the bug would be back. It would be trying to equip the ammo because it's the first thing. Or if you have, like, 3 different guns, it's just going to take the first one because it assumes ID is 0 now. I'm looking for ID 0. So on and so forth. Okay. Wheel. I do still want this in here as, like, a a longer term fix, you know? Yeah. Right, so... Unequipped weapon, equipped weapon... Game state dot equipped weapon equals I... So I think what I gotta do is go into my data object here, because this is like the actual like thing we're serializing into the save file, kind of. It's also what we pass between scenes, which is why I'm able to recreate this without doing a save and load. And again, one of the reasons why you can just click play current scene and it just works. Item state. This is what I'm looking for. Item state is equal, is this and this, but I think we should also store item ID on it. And when you combine stuff, this will ultimately get a little bit janked up. Oh, you know, this might just become a bug fixing stream. The other thing I want to look at is the storage chest, because I think there's a lot of bugs with that, and I don't think I have a good view of all of them. I should pull up the bug list. Oop, here's my list of Christmas retro games, including the... We've played more than 3 of them, whatever, anyway. Where is the bug list for this game? Too many tabs open in my Notepad++. Goon's Blast, features and bug fixes. Goon's House of Doom, there we go. Cool. There's random episodes of Star Trek on this text document, which I believe I was like building a list of specific TNG episodes I wanted to show to my wife, but at this point she's seen most of TNG, so... Anywho. There's a bunch of like random coordinates written down too, and I'm just erasing all of these. Hey, bug, menu is broken in central room. Can't click on buttons in note tab. Oh, right, we didn't look at the notes tab. Oh, you know what? Before I do literally anything, let's commit the update, because I should do that. Which would be the project, that, project as well over here. And then I don't think anything else is needed here. Upgrade to Godot 451. Push that. Boom. Now, onto this. Item state. Ooh. Show us your node stock? Sure. See all your passwords? There's no passwords in here, there's just Star Trek episodes. Well, also a shitty script, Unforgiven, which I think is some movie someone recommended to me. Oh yeah. It's a stupid idea for funny mode. Anyway. I never write my passwords down. Or better statement, I'd never log into anything. Yeah, I recommended that movie. It probably was you, actually. It's probably why it's in this document, because someone in chat, probably you. Oh, you, okay, I don't know. You might have. Anyway, how are you doing, Epio? Hope you are doing well. I thought I had an indexing error where I was using, like, I was mixing one indexing and zero indexing, but as it turns out, I have a loop termination condition. Actually, not even a loop termination condition error. It wasn't even that, although that is also a problem with that logic, which we have now fixed. We also have a data issue because we were losing... So I have unique identifiers on every single pickup in the game, but that doesn't really transfer to what's in your inventory. And as a side effect of that, when you, like, load and save... you lose, like, what... The one way I have to identify, like, what weapon you currently have equipped is. So it kind of just accidentally matches everything, because the ID gets reset to 0. So we're gonna pipe that value through, and then we'll be kind of good, except it's still not perfect, because there's stuff like ammo, which stacks, and in that scenario, we're just gonna, like, we're gonna lose... We'll have whatever the first thing you picked up is going to be that stack's ID. Chat, I've heard this song so many frickin' times. It's not even a bad song, but I'm skipping it. Skipped too much, chat. We're like 4 songs ahead now. And then my game yells at me and says, oh, you have a non-weapon you're trying to equip. Because I put safety features in like that. What the hell is force equipped used for? Oh, I think there's like a check. Yeah, no. This is because when you use equip weapon, like it's the same command for equipping and unequipping. So I have this as be like, no, actually equip this. I don't care if it's currently equipped, just fucking equip it. Okay, when we do equip weapon, it literally just sets an animation variable. Okay, so it does pass everything else through here, which means if I pipe the data through to this, actually probably all will take place in data saver, won't it? It's a little wild and wacky. Okay, well, anywho, is this from that fucking Waterworld game? This upload's not tagged. I think it is, though. Wait. Oh, man, I got... Hold on. Yeah, not item slot, but item state? Is it? Is this what it's called, right? Oh my gosh, yo. Thank you for the raid, Big Boy Games. Hey, what's up, Yoshi? It's going pretty well. I'm deep in a rabbit hole of trying to fix a data issue in my game. But yeah, appreciate the raid. I hope your stream went well. Assuming you were working on some game dev stuff. Whether it be updates to your current release or new projects. Hope it was smooth. Anyway, to explain the problem space I'm working in right now, so I'm still on this bullshit, this Resident Evil clone I'm working on. Actually, I kind of took a break from it for a little while, but we're back to it as of literally today. Deadlift? Hell yeah, more horror. So we've got this problem right now with the logic, it's really a game state logic issue. So the items I just picked up, those have like identifiers associated with them. Actually, you can see it over here because I have one of them highlighted. There's an item ID on it. And that's all well and fine. However, when they go to your inventory, they no longer have that. And I could actually maybe fix this problem as well, but there's additional benefits to making the change that I'm about to make, even though it is a little wonky. So when I go into another room, Actually, I don't know how this works in this room, other than this room is actually kind of like busted for some reason, and I'm not sure why. So that's probably why it's not breaking the equip logic in this room. So if I open my menu, suddenly the menu's all messed up. Not that it looks amazing anyway, but now it's like super messed up. Oh, now it's not doing it. Oh, because I put the termination logic in here. Okay. Anyway, so there's some logic that happens in the code that says, oh, when you're writing to the game state, which happens both when you save as well as when you're just like going from room to room. So this music is drowning me out. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Yeah, so I no longer have those IDs, so it kind of like copy pastes the data object from the game state container, which doesn't have the IDs, into the like a fake version of the original pickup. So it defaults the ID to 0, so everything is now ID 0 in my inventory. Pardon me. And before I added logic to not just loop through literally every slot once you've already found the correct item, which is why this is still working right now. It's just because this gun is in the first slot. Like if I had picked the ammo up first, this would be super broken right now. Yeah, it's like losing data. So like down here, it's like, oh yeah, the thing you're currently equipped with is ID 1. Oh, no, that's why the central room works, because you need 2 rooms to break it, because it still remembers, okay, ID 1 was the ID where this thing was, and then you go to the next room. But the termination logic is why it's still working. Yeah. Then the IDs are all wiped because it's since saved and loaded, so it's lost the IDs. Anyway, so I'm just piping more data through to my like save system. Is the very like less wordy version of what I just was talking about. Okay, you know what? Honestly, let me just do this. Trying to track down in my code. Yeah, okay, this is all in the data saver. Yeah, okay, here we go. Now, there is one absolute thorn in my side with this logic, is things such as ammo stack on one another, or healing items also do it. Like, there's certain items that are just stackable in your inventory to avoid clutter. And this will technically be inaccurate because I'm gonna like I'm not gonna keep track of like every ID that the stack is related to, but that's fine because the actual goal here is to like just keep track of like weapons, and weapons are always gonna be like there's one weapon. Also, I do a really fucky trick. Actually, it's right in front of the this thing right here. I do a fucky trick with like the magazine / clip size of the weapons, where like if this thing is a weapon, treat it as stackable, kind of. Yeah, actually, there's an ammo proper. Okay, no, actually, you know, it's a little bit better than what I had in the first game I made here. Because the first one I definitely just treated it all as like, this is a stackable item, even if it's a gun, it's stackable up to this lower capacity. This at least has like a separate property for it, which is like marginally better, I guess. Give me the item ID. I think that's literally all I needed to do. Let me get rid of that terminate. Oh no, I need to put it back into the other object when I'm doing the reverse here. So this is save inventory, so I gotta find load inventory. Looks like I'm also doing it here though, so let me check this. Oh, right, for the item box. Yeah, it's not great that this is like basically duplicated code, but that's okay. We gotta look at the item box soon. Also, is this right? Oh yeah, because that's the state. So I can unhighlight all that junk. Right. Both load inventory and load item box probably do the same thing. Init UI. Okay. Wait, it's also messing with the player box in the load inventory. Okay, I need to look at this again. There's probably a reason for that. I've had a lot of bugs setting up the item box. And again, it's still messing with stuff over here. That's weird. Oh, right, item generator. Okay. I need to update this, actually, because this needs to get the ID as well. And I use this in 7 different places. Of course I do. God damn it. Okay. Well, you know, one way to find out where all those places are is just add a new required parameter and see where the compiler breaks. Item ID. No, not quantity. Get out of here. Okay. Resource.instantiate. Item container. Return item.item. Now, before we do that, actually no, do that over here. Then we do item container dot item dot item ID. Actually, I don't actually need to mess with this now that I look at it, because I could just do this after we initial it. Well, I need to do it everywhere, though. It's the flip side to that. Shoot. Yeah, doing it in the generator seems like a much better idea, because then it forces me to do it correctly, and I can't, like, accidentally call it the wrong way. Boom. And then likewise here. So these are the 2 places I expected to need to update this, but it looks like there's probably other spots too. Is this a static method? The hell? Alright, how do I pin this? Open and find window. Aha! So in this scenario, we will use this items. Oh wait, this is a pistol ammo. This is exactly what I'm talking about when you're stacking stuff. It's like I need to just pick which one is going to be the true item ID. Well, unless I made it a list, and that's just fucky. For no real gain other than, like, data integrity. Why does this even, like... Oh, yeah, never mind. Right. Okay, that, first of all, that shouldn't even be in here, because this is, like, meme logic. You try to combine the key, or any key item with any other item, it turns into an unusable item. Which, I don't know how I get the... Yeah, no, there's not a static thing for that. If I were to go, like, find game settings in scene and check the settings, there is a, like, hidden difficulty mode that I have in the game called funny mode, and it does a couple of random things, such as every time you die, there's, like, a 1 in 100 chance that it just deletes not just your, like, last save file, but every save file related to the current playthrough that you're in. I'm gonna tweak that probably to maybe not be so crazy, but... Other, Oh, you know what, also? I guess in both that scenario and this one, we should send 0, because this is for garbage items, and 0 is like the non-item ID. But for ammo, we can take, like, the current ammo because it's combining it. Wait, no, this also creates garbage. Wait, I can't stack stuff? But it automatically does that. Whatever. Okay, and then these are the two that matter, so at that point we're good. Hopefully. And we have our debug statement to prove us one way or the other. Where is this? Forget where that's at. Wait. Did I not just add something here? Hold on, where did I make my change? Oh, this is the other direction of, like, loading the status. Oop. Apparently can't spell. Oh, yeah, no, I can't spell, but in the past, actually. Equipped weapon should have 2 P's. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna temporarily cut this out. I'm gonna put it back in once I see everything's working, but since things incidentally sometimes work with that new operator there, let's just take it out to make sure I've actually fixed the problem here. Grab it. Take the item, man. Wait, what's happening now? What have I broken? How did I break the interact logic? Oh, I guess I was just grabbing in the wrong spot. Whatever. Equip gun, go to next room. Equipped weapon is 1. Oh, also plop a save. It reloads when you save, that's kind of cool. Oh, no, it saves the data, right. Still ID 1. Okay, open up the load screen now. If we load, I should see the payload here. Yeah, errors, whatever. What else is new? Specifically, if I go up to inventory, there it is. Item ID 1. Pistol ammo is item ID 2. And the rest are null, so they're 0. Cool. Oh, I guess the other thing I'm curious about, this isn't even like... So I don't know if it resets all the other parameters when I, Oh no, it doesn't. Nice. When I go back to title screen. So, like... I mean, I might need an item box to test this. I mean, we need to test item box stuff anyway, but... So there's 3 pickups of ammo in here now. Yeah, no, it does stack them. So, what the hell? Well, we fixed the main bug at least, so there's that. Okay, let me uncomment that other thing real quick, like... Because that'll just... I mean, it's... You're looping through 6 items, it's not exactly gonna be a long calculation, or if I grow the inventory, oh, it's gonna be an 8-item loop. Like, it's not going to scale, it's not even like n... it's constant. It's a bit of an unnecessary optimization, but whatever. We already have the boolean, we can exit out of the loop early if we just throw that in there. Yeah. Cool. Fixed bug with... Oh, I'm just committing directly to main again. Oh well, whatever. Fixed bug with something. Oh yeah, with currently equipped weapon not carrying over between scenes or saves. More saves, whatever. Cool. Save file got like 2%, not 2%, like a quarter of a fraction of a percent, just larger there with my changes. Oh well. Okay. Now, okay, part of me does want to go back to the, like, that main area. God, which scene is that? It's not test scene. Oh, I have, like, no tabs open. Interesting. Well, the demo, we got Park Main. I would love to know what the hell is going on with the inventory in this room, but... Because, like, it just breaks the UI for some reason. There's no, like... Like, sure, right now there are debug errors. That's from reloading. Like, my game just... And the weird thing is, when I cut, like, a debug build, it doesn't throw these. So it must be something with the editor. I don't even know what the hell it's talking about. To my knowledge, I'm safely unloading everything before, like, trying to load a new scene, but... Godot apparently disagrees. I don't know. At some point we should cut a build tonight just to see if the monitor resolution settings still work. I can't imagine why they would break, but again, we did upgrade versions tonight, so certainly wouldn't hurt. Yeah. Pardon me. Well, with the UI being busted in this room, I think... Not to put too much stuff in the frickin' gazebo room, but let's put a box in here. Actually, I'd like to have a box in multiple rooms, so maybe we'll put one in here and also one in the other room. Item box. Not itembox.cs, itembox.scene. Oh, no, that's the UI. Oops. Not the player item box scene. How the hell do I make an item box, chat? How does my game work? Somebody help. It's not this, is it? Why is that under player? What the fuck? Okay, I guess it is that, then. Weird. Alright. Put one there, put one back in the main room too. Not the main room, in the, that other scene. Park. It's an entrance. Start, maybe. Yep. Shit. There we go. The heck, man? Snap to the ground. Whatever. It's all demo area anyway. Okay, so now in theory I should actually be able to test the other thing I was trying to test, as long as I actually am on easy mode. Yeah, so we do actually have logic to, spawn, like, different stuff on, like, different items or enemies, as well as, like, not spawn in certain enemies or items on different difficulties. And on top of that, I already have a built-in, like, randomizer. I'd say framework, but I mean, we haven't, like, stress tested it, but I mean, it should be done, I think. Okay. Yeah, a lot of stuff gets especially screwy with the item box when you put something in the box and then in the same scene, like, either take it out or like mess with the items from that standpoint. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, if I take the other item that I have in my chest that I just put in there, yeah, this guy, so I can take that out. Guess these. Pardon me. If I were to combine these two stacks of ammo, I'm pretty sure it would fucking, like, delete them. Which sucks. Hey, the item box didn't get screwed up. You know. Okay, that's not how it works. What the hell? How? It literally just updated logic that said, yeah, if you combine anything with ammo, just turn it into garbage, actually. That'd be a nice little feature to add. You know, I want to put that in there because I do, in fact... Oops. Hold on. Does it auto-reload? How does this work? Okay, so we're 0 bullets now. It reloaded that stack. Okay, that actually, I'm fine with that. 6, and then it'll reload 10 out of that stack because the clip size is 10. And you're left with 2. Alright, boom. Let me just make sure everything's all Gucci here. I'm going to plop a save. Plop a load. Still have our equipped weapons, still have 10 and 2. Is the item box fucked, though, is the other question. No, it's actually correct. You know, I should probably put something in there, then save, and see how that works, but... maybe the item box is actually just good. Well, I'm happy with this. The only thing I want to do is have the logic so that, like, if you put ammo on ammo, either putting it in the box, taking it out of the box, it should just combine by default. That's just usability, baby. I really need to speed up the rotation when you type the speed command. I mean, the problem with that is, like, if you put ridiculous numbers, such as speed 1000, first of all, you, like, instant transmission across the map, but spinning would be even worse. That's why I didn't do that. Whatever, these are all debug things anyway. It doesn't matter. I think I went out of the map chat. It's weird, it kept us in there pretty well. I was expecting to fall through the wall pretty faster than that. Alright, from a fresh load, if we load, is everything fine? It's, honestly, the logic's more messy when you, like, go back to the title screen or whatever, so... our first test was the real stress test there. And then, no items on the ground, but that is expected, yep. Cool. And this should actually not be item ID 2, right? Yeah, no, the ammo that we have now is item ID 3. And then our first slot's null. Oh yeah, that's us. God, I accidentally tested that, but we're good. Cool. Yeah, and that doesn't replay the cutscene because we've already got it. Our gun's still equipped. And the speed reset because, you know, we're on... Cool. And I can still shoot, right? Yeah, okay. Nice. Everything appears to be working. That's dope. Look through the list here. The reset camera on end param is not respected if you skip the cutscene. That's what did it... okay, that's what I was like, I know there's something screwy when you, like, press the skip cutscene button. I couldn't remember what it was. I don't think that's why we were, like, rotating to the side that one time. I don't know what the fuck that was. But it only happened that one time, and that room's already kind of cursed, so... maybe I should set the cutscene up in a different room, because that room's already kind of fucked. Anyway, Oh, I have a note here. I believe this is because the isn't cutscene value is set before the player gets moved around, thus they trigger the camera changes that they happened across rather than actually... Okay, follow what the setting is there. I think that's what's happening. I don't know, at least that's what I wrote previously and it makes sense. Cutscenes triggered on scene load prevent camera from changing. I don't think that's true anymore. Like, the camera does change. that is a cutscene that starts when you load into that room. Random error throwing when returning to title screen. Yeah, it's fucking... whatever. Jiggle physics on butt for silly mode. That's not even a bug, that's a feature request from myself to myself. I gotta figure that shit out. When pausing an FMV and then pressing skip, if there are any in-game cutscene parts after that, it will still think the cutscene is paused, but beyond that, it seems to work. Oh. Huh. I don't even know what to do about that. Can't use arrow keys or escape to bind a control. That is a bug, but what am I can't really do anything about that. Audio files missing, cause game to not run properly. Yeah, you can get to the title screen, but it says you can't start a new game. We can code around that tonight. That's something I could fix. Can't click on buttons in Notes tab. Oh, yeah, I should check that. Okay, that's actually more of an actual problem, so I might tackle that. And also the broken menu in the main room. Let me write down, this isn't a bug, but rather a feature request. Moving ammo to and from moving ammo to another ammo slot in the item box should combine it in the destination slot. Hell yeah, Late Gator. We got some more Godot. We're messing with the item box. So I'm gonna tackle that. I'm also gonna, before I tackle that, we'll check out the notes and see if those are still busted. If they're still busted, we'll fix it. And then probably put some more like defensive coding in there. So you guys heard it a second ago. In fact, doing it during this fairly loud song is not going to be the most productive way to prove that or show this, but so we do have music in this game, but oh, there we go. Just pump it. Make it even louder if I want. Anyway, yeah. Oof. How was I saying? Because this particular song, and there's going to be other assets like this in the game, just inevitably, like, I am free to, like, use this in a product, like, that I build or whatever, but, like, I can't just distribute this, and because I'm distributing all the code and everything, I have that file ignored in the, like, commit messages and everything. It's not a finalized song anyway, but, you know. And I do have like a README that explains like, okay, you got to put like dummy files here, or not even dummy files. You could just put whatever when you run it locally. But I think the ideal solution is if the files just aren't there, like it just won't blow up. I think that would be far more preferable. Just better usability. Anyway, chat, I'm gonna go take a break real quick. I will be right back. Hang tight. Okay. It's freaky, chat. My desk is like clean. It's not completely clean, but it is simultaneously clean and organized. Also, oh wait, this won't show up because it's green. I guess I could turn off the chroma, but got fake grass. I can touch grass whenever I want. And that is actually kind of showing up, isn't it? Sorta. Anyway. That was in the pile of stuff on my desk. All touch grass. You got it. Boom. Done. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, well, back to it. Poof. One thing at a time. First thing, test the notes. Test the notes, test the notes. True. I don't know why I was going to say this to Epio, as if that's the only person in chat that's, like, hyped for this. Because, first of all, I'm hyped for this. Oh, I fucked up a lot of stuff there. I'm frozen. Alright, well, that's a bug. Bug. Skipping cutscene right away. Freezes you in place with subtitles still showing. Although, actually, wait, I have errors. What do they say? Wait, this is the thing it says always when I, like, go reset. Oh, because I did reset stuff. Duh. Well, I'll think about that later, I guess. I don't know. So, allegedly, this menu over here isn't working correctly. Let's check it out. I think it's just not working because I checked it in this room, and this room, the menu's, like, super fucked, as you can see. Wait, yeah, I wanted to click on stuff. Well, yeah. No, I can click on stuff. Yeah, look at that. Okay, I'm gonna ignore this bug as it is likely to be solved by fixing the other bug. Yeah, this is yet another folly of me having, like, the entire game under, like, the player prefab is, you can see right here, this UI, it's being filtered by the shader I have running, and I need to make that not happen. Wait, why is that not on my list of things? It's not even like a bug. Oh, it is a bug, though. Bug. Most UI elements are being affected by the global shader? I don't know what the hell you want to call it. The shader, because they are under the player. But as you can kind of see in my, like, scene hierarchy over here, so, like, I have a sub-viewport container and a sub-viewport, and the sub-viewport is running a shader, which is just one I found online that it looks decent for, like, that kind of... I need to tune it more and also maybe just make my own, but it's attempting to give it a sort of retro-y look. Can also just let my game be its own thing. I don't know. I can get into the nitty-gritty of that with the artists whenever they decide to help with my game. Decide to help with. That sounded... My team. They're not even my team. They were friends that are volunteering to help out. But they have been rather busy. That's what I was getting at. What are you hyped for? Oh yeah, sorry, I cut myself off. Actually, now I'm misremembering. No, you're a Mega Man fan, but you're like an old Mega Man fan, so maybe you're not even hyped for this. We're like 4 games away from Mega Man Legends 2 in the PlayStation 1 marathon. And I'm pretty sure most of those games are going to be like 1 to 2 streams, so we got both the Abe's World games. Or both the... God, what are they called? You know what? Here, let me just actually read out the games until we're at Mega Man Legends 2. Abe's World Odyssey is the next one, I know that, but I don't know what the other one's frickin' called. Oddworld, that's what I was trying to say. Okay, this particular spreadsheet is deciding that it does not want to load right now. That's beautiful. Don't know much about fancy Mega Mans. Well, all I've got to say is I like the first Mega Man Legends pretty well. The spin-off game they made in between 1 and 2 is fucking incredibly charming. Oh, I undersold the hell out of that. Yeah, no, we have Oddworld Abe's Odyssey, and then we have Oddworld Abe's Exodus, and then it's Mega Man Legends 2. Then a bunch of Bomberman games. And then we go into the FromSoft section. We got Armored Core, Master of Arena, Shadow Tower, Echo Knight, Pepsi Man, which is not a FromSoft game. I guess I just picked 3 FromSoft games. I don't want to play every Armored Core game. I had fun with Fires of Rubicon, so I want to check out one of the older ones, and Masters of Arena seemed like a good pick for PS1 specifically. I think the, like, fan favorite's a PS2 one, but whatever. Anyway. We're gonna need to start cycling in the other PS1 games soon. And we've already picked, like, over 100 of them, so it's not gonna be hard to do that. You know. Alright. Think you'll like Abe's Odyssey. Brother had that. Yeah, I'm expecting both of the Oddworld games to be like more enjoyable versions of Heart of Darkness, which is the last PS1 game we played. Which I liked Heart of Darkness. I got really fucking salty at the end because the end is just stupid. Oh yeah, notes are fine. I need to erase the bug about notes. Can't click on buttons in the notes tab. Bullshit, you can. Audio files missing. Okay, we can tackle that. Yeah, so the UI thing, like fixing that shader issue that's going to be a huge undertaking because we need, like, basically we need to, like, get the UI elements out of the player, which we can do that. We can make those, like, globals or whatever. Or they're not auto run. What are the auto load? That's what they're called, right? But I need to, like, completely re-architect how the interaction between everything in the inventory works to do that. The menu setting stuff is less of a problem because that's just like, okay, just move that over here and then do the same things. Like the menu, like, well, you guys know what I'm talking about. This thing. Yeah. But all the other menus, like the notes tab, the inventory tab, the map tab. Actually, the map tab kind of is an auto load. Well, at least that's the weirdest one because the physical thing that you see is part of the player, but everything else that, like, controls it, populates it, and even draws them, like, well, it doesn't draw it, but it spawns the map in. All of that is controlled by an auto load, so it's a tad silly. All right. Try to get a drop down for animations to trigger. What? I think that means like a debug tool. Like just throw a drop down of all the variables or whatever. Might even just be a single scene that I throw in that has that. Yeah. Sorry, let me focus on one thing at a time here. I'm just zigzagging all over the place here. Yeah, you know what? Let's make that quality of life enhancement here. We're gonna work on the item box thing. Oh, this is like, no, this isn't the end of the mix. This mix is 4 hours on. What am I smoking? I've listened to these compilations too much. Although I guess apparently I haven't because I got it wrong. I'm kind of shocked, you know, speaking of whether I'll like a game or not, I'm kind of shocked at how much I like Quest 64, and yes, I know I've been like, oh, this game's fucking shit, this is why I hate RPGs, several times while playing it, but like, overall, it's kind of a vibe. I get why people like that game. I didn't get that as a kid, even though I had friends that like directly liked it. I'm having a fun time with it. It's very chill. It's also very unique, which scores big points for me personally, because I would rather a game takes a big swing and tries to do something like different. I say as I'm making like, okay, on paper this is sounding like the most like by the numbers PS1 survival horror game, but we're gonna put our twist on it, chat. Trust me. Just gotta get the core in good shape, and then we can do whatever the fuck we want with the rest of it, you know? I'm learning the ways of Brian. Oh, by the way, chat, I'm gonna ruin the rest of my playthrough for the game, which is probably for the best for me, because I'll quit being such a little bitch when I get wrecked, because I'll get wrecked a lot less, I think. I didn't know what certain areas were called, and I couldn't find it in my VOD, so I looked up a long play that like had timestamps on it, and I noticed that like at level 50 Earth, you get like a shield that pretty much blocks everything. So I think we're gonna just keep spamming Earth level ups until I have that. Sorry, spoiled that for myself. In my defense, not to be like every RPG needs to be like this game, but if it were like Diablo 2, I would be able to look at a skill tree and make a knowledgeable decision of, oh, I see that spell, I want that. I'm gonna put all my specifications into this element so I can go get that spell. This game's like, you know, who needs menus? It's a double-edged sword though, because there are some really cool things that game is able to do. Well, not even cool. I mentioned it when I was playing on Friday, that the way that you cast spells is very elegant because it allows for like very quick like menuing. So it's like, oh, you go into the right C menu, and then that has its own subset. Like it's a tree. It's literally like a tree navigation, right? A binary search tree. So it's not binary because you start with 4, and then you also have 4 at every branch. But whatever, it's a tree. Go for a double-edged sword build. You can go for the double-edged bonking cane build, where you just never get any mana because you're just always bonking people, and you have like 1,000,000 HP, so you just keep bonking and just tank everything in your way. Okay. This is probably going to be pretty much all in the item box script. Might flow outside of that, but... What does item box slot do? I think this is actually just like mostly a UI thing. Oh, it literally is a UI script. This is actually probably just a script there that's there to like tag. Oh no, it does something. Okay. Oh, right. Yeah, it has good logic for like... Well, it doesn't really, because it just calls this. Whatever. Yeah, and there's that. Whatever. This one is more of a, like... Oh, no. It's actually... Okay, that's fucked. This is an artifact of me copy-pasting from the first Goon's House of Doom, which I built in, like, 60 hours. And 1 month. The item slot class probably shouldn't even exist in general, but definitely shouldn't be like the thing that commands all of the logic for whether, like, how item combinations work. Alright, item box script. Also, wait, what is this? Player item box control. Ah, hell. Okay, it's gonna be between these two, probably. Pardon me. Oh, okay, this is literally the thing we tag onto the box to make the item box logic happen. I am burping a lot. Oh, you know what? I remember this now. I think this was the... Okay, this isn't even a bug fix, but it's something that we can do really quickly. I'm going to stick to finishing this first, but I want to write this down so I don't forget it again. What is it? The save file data, it's like... There's an extra, like, slash on the item path that doesn't need to be there. It's very stupid to, like, make a big stink to fix this, but... If there's ever, like, an update to Godot where it's like it needs the exact path and double slashes, just break it. I don't know why they would ever update the engine to do that when it already works with that, but who knows. It's better to not have, like, extraneous characters. That's likely a thing I have to go into, like, each class file for each type of item to fix, because it's I probably like put a slash in, like, I have like this method, an abstract method on like the base item class that each type of item has to implement. That is whatchamacallit. But I lost my train of thought. It's just like a string that like shows the path to what the prefab is, because I have everything. This goes back to kind of my like Achilles heel with the like the demo scenes that I made previously, where like there's like a presupposition of like what folder everything's in. For specific types of things, which is very handy for like shorthanding stuff for all the magic strings, because if I ever like needed to change the infrastructure of it and like move everything to like a different like path, I just need to update one string to fix that. Yeah, spawnables, and there's items, and then there's each type of item. And it just already preemptively appends all of this, but after items there's like a second slash. Because somewhere in the mix I have like a slash in there that doesn't really need to be in there. Again, it's actually not breaking anything, but it's technically inaccurate, so it's, Actually, wait, do I have an instance here? No, I didn't hit load, so you can't see it. Oh, here, let me just show this, and then I'll get back on track of actually implementing this quality of life change. And I don't know if this happens to the item box as well. I should probably plop a save where I have something in the item box. But yeah, you can see res prefab spawnables items / pistol.tscn. That's what I'm talking about. It spent so long explaining that for like actually no reason. Back to the player item box control, because that's where we're actually making a change here. Okay, handle confirm pressed. Okay, logic to unequip the currently equipped weapon if we just toss that in the box. Good. Ooh. 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 If the swapped items are the same type and stackable, combine them. If player items how do we know? Okay, this can't be null, right? Oh, the slot is not null. Chat, this song's a little bit grating, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna skip over this. Sorry to whatever random RPG that song is from. Oh man, okay, how do I check if it's the same type? Whoa. Because here's the problem, if I check if they're like... Okay, hold on, I got an idea here. But that's like using like decompilation, that's dumb. We could string compare. That's slightly better, I guess. I'll go with that. Screw it. Pardon me. Why is this is not even potentially null? What are you talking about? Oh, right. Okay, yeah, no. Ooh. Hey, you know what? Actually, throw a null check in there too. What did you just do? Where did you put that? Oh, it tossed that in. Okay, you know what? Honestly, it's probably better to do things that way. Still a very jank way to do this. But it would always, like, this is the proper way to check if it's the quote-unquote same item. There's no better way I can do that. I mean, maybe with reflection, I don't know why I said decompilation. But even then, I'm doing a string compare instead of decompilation, so that seems fine. Don't need to worry about casing because this will be... it should literally be the exact same, like, method call. If they are the same type. Interesting side note here, this is the method I was talking about that's like an abstract on the base item type. And then that probably has an extra slash in it for like every instance of itself. What is happening here? I go down. I was pressing enter and it's like, oh, I didn't make a new line. It me. Well, this could also be empty, couldn't it? What the... Hold on a second. Also, you know what? Instead of this, let's just do this up here. How about that? Then we don't need to, like, reference 10 million null checks. Well, I mean, okay. We'll still need to reference them, but... Or do those null checks. Alright, if equipped weapon's not null, And selected inventory item, selected box item. That just unequips it, that's fine. Hey, Pac-Man 2 logic song. Chat, we're gonna play Pac-Man 2 as part of the point and click. I heckin' love null checks. Well, good, because the next thing we're gonna be doing is checking if like files are null when we load audio stuff to make the game not just crash when you don't have the audio files that are not part of the repo. Instead of programming, I call it null checking. I mean, honestly, I can just toss this around a lot of spots. That reads so much easier than what I had there a second ago. Okay, enough of that. Also, I should null check that too. And before, actually, you know what? This is just gonna be the longest if statement ever, apparently. Stackable is stackable, and actually, you know what? We can compound this and make it slightly less long. And selected item box item is stackable. Well, I don't even... Okay. It's a tad silly, but this is both null checking it and also preemptively just ruling out anything that's not stackable before we do the weird, like, string check. Because that's just a Boolean check, so it'd be way faster. No. Not equals equals. God damn it. Null ternary. I don't know how I... What's happening? Oh, I need to, like, turn this into a singular statement, otherwise it's like, oh, I don't know what you want here. Order of operations thingy. What do you mean you don't need... What? What do you mean it's never null? Oh, because this. That's why. It feels less readable than checking it the other way. Oh gosh. So the other thing is there's like max stack sizes that we have to worry about here. If I'm not... Okay, this doesn't really do anything yet, so I can just run the game again. But I'm curious... Oh, there's nothing gonna be in... There's gonna be nothing in the box. Darn it. Well, no, I can still do it, though. So there's no way to, like, start from the box. You always have to, like, pick your inventory option first. Cool, okay. So it's always, like, inventory into box. Couldn't get my item stacking code to be very elegant. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. It's like a weird thing. It's a weird, like, domain to code around. Like, there's so many, like, weird edge cases with it is the problem. Like, for example, again, max stack sizes, like, I need to, like, account for that and not just, like, assume I'm merging everything from one spot to the other. Alright, well, since everything else is like you're putting things into the box. I'm gonna make the assumption that like if you're putting ammo on a stack of ammo in the box, stack it and put it in the box. Okay, first of all, no, there is a max stack size. Dang it. I was gonna say like, oh, that's fine. Like, I probably don't even have like a max stack size implemented, but I do, chat. I do. Let us not break logic I've already put together here. Yeah, put that over here. Oh hey, this is the logic that doesn't make the items just screw up. In fact, if you don't have a max stack size, you can't stack things, apparently, according to this code that I wrote here. Oh, I wish I could just call this, but I can't. Damn it. Aw, hell. What is quantity? Oh, right. Okay, yeah. This thing's quantity. The minimum of this quantity and the available quantity. Oh, God. I mean, I think I just copy-paste this, basically. You know, okay. Maybe I'll make a helper method in here that is just going to be static and public for, like, no good reason, really. Yeah. Oh. So we mainly just need quantity transferred. I'm gonna need to copy paste some of this, but we'll... Again, this is stuff that just like super should not be part of the item slot script. This is weird that's in here, but whatever. Public static int combine or stack items. That's probably a fair way to put it, right? And I just need the item from each instance instead of item slot. Yeah. Now, I think this gets used... It doesn't. Oh, that's actually awesome. Okay, cool. We can put... I'm gonna put as much of this logic as I can into this fucking thing. I know this is doing like 6,000 other things over here. Yeah, this is logic to like put ammo into a weapon. I'm not gonna handle that. If it's... Well, yeah, it's already handled with not that, actually. Because it'll be a different type, and it'll be like, no, I can't combine the ammo here. Also, chat, if I could just verbalize, like, not verbalize, visualize what I'm, like, trying to do right here. Let me just show you an example from the GOAT. Resident Evil 2, 1998. Not that one. Not that one. What the hell? Dare I load my randomizer? I don't even know. It's probably better because the last time we played this is most likely a randomizer. Oh, it's over here now. This game contains scenes, chat. Also, I'm probably on an old version of buying. Yeah. No, not that one. Don't load that. Alright, good. Jesus Christ. My controls aren't working. No! How do I do thing? Yeah, the buttons, they do nothing. Wait, what was that? I just warped somewhere. Well, I warped here somehow. What is the... How do I bind controls here? That ain't it. I guess F4? Enter works? Okay. What I'm talking about is literally just... I'm sorry this is so loud, by the way. I'm just talking about this here. Well, you know, honestly, I failed to do anything. Wait, hold on. I got it. Alright. See that ink ribbon? Boom. That's all I'm trying to do. And I'm not gonna copy the exact way they do it. That's so loud. Sorry. Actually, on the contrary, I'm gonna do the reverse because it makes more, like, logically that makes more sense if, like, okay, I'm putting a thing into the box, it should go into the box and, you know, add that quantity to it, right? I don't know why I went on that tangent. Anyway, item, item A. Yeah, we'll do that. Fuck it. Why the fuck is the Mario World Cryos music in this playlist? I honestly don't even know why this max stack size calculation is happening outside of that if statement, considering that, like, pardon me. It's literally only used here. In fact, I don't even know why I make a separate variable for that. Just fucking, you know, do it inline. Why not? Okay, so when we're combining here, right? So item B is what we are combining. Yeah. So item A is us, and item B is the thing we're combining against it. So if you were to go into the menu and hit combine, well, okay, let me actually, you know what would be great? Let me do this. Let me just make a save file. What the hell? Oh, right, I don't have Here we go. Let me craft the save file that'll be exactly where I want it, because it's the only way to do this proper. I don't really need the gun for this, actually, but I'll grab it, I guess. No, I didn't go on easy mode! I need to go on easy mode, chat. There. Now we're on easy mode. Oh. Should probably get that cutscene out of there. Actually, I'm curious if I just, like, full-on remove the cutscene if the menu is suddenly fixed, because if that's the case, then we got problems, you know? Get the third ammo, you asshole. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Alright, keep that in our inventory. Actually, I wanted to test this too. It's not save. So now we have 1 in the chamber, 2 in our chest here. And close that out, because I know how it works now, but... Oh, actually, you know... Oh, shit, it's too late now, I guess. Well, load that safe. I want to make sure that everything else loads right. So we got 6 here. 6 and 6. I don't know why I keep doubting the... Well, okay, I'm doubting the item box because we had bugs with it previously, but I guess I fixed all of those. Anyway, yeah, that's really all I need. I don't even need to, like, confirm that the box over here has the same stuff in it. We already know it does. I tested that already, like, tonight. I'm freaking out, chat. Alright, back to the matter at hand. Let's actually move this logic over here, so we don't need to worry about this shit anymore. So, available quantity, we don't need that at all, because that's just for this. So we really just need quantity transferred. Yeah, and then we add it to... Okay, yeah. I said that wrong. So you're on item 1, right? And you hit combine, and then you go to a second item, and you hit confirm on that. You're taking things from the thing you started on, merging it into B, and this is in the script that's running this right now. The item that you started on is the script that's running the logic. I'm getting way more tripped up over this than I probably should. It's not that complicated, but whatever. Whatever. Oh, right. Dude, okay, genuinely, I actually have no fucking clue why I check whether or not max stack size has a value. I'm gonna, like, comment this out, which is a weird fucking thing to do. I like that, like, first of all, invalid. I like that I get like a little mini preview window because I'm selected on the thing that I'm like working on currently, but it's silly to like look at that in real time. You know, I could take all of this logic in here. Yeah, no, we could do all of this actually. Wait, I have a git type? Okay, that actually is much better than the thing I was doing previously. Okay, do that. Okay, I actually got like a much better idea right now. Hold on, I want to see everywhere I use git type. I know I'm wagging my finger right now. No, that is not... No, I'm not using the C# one. This is my method. Eh. Dang it. No, wait, it is the C# get type. Dang it. I could have sworn... Oh yeah, no, you can even see it's a type. Dang it. Well, that's my bad. You are correct. Anyway. I got a better idea than both this and the string comparison I was doing. So why I got confused is because I have an enum for like all of the item types, and I thought I overrode get type to be that. Okay. We don't need to return anything then, at this point. You just stack the items. Yeah. You know, we don't need a get item. What do you mean no? Oh no. Oh no. Wait, why is quantity tied to the slot and not the item? What the fuck? Oh, okay. You know what? I am really glad that... Oh shit. Okay, so how do I do this then? Maybe we do actually just have to... Hold on. Well then that barely does anything. Well, no. Put that back down here. Ugh, it just does this calculation. It's still not that useful. Like these 3 lines here. Why is this song so quiet? I can't do this because this is not a static class, but... No, shit, yeah, this is still a problem. Damn it, man. It sucks. Sucks a lot, actually. Alright, put it back, put it back. Maybe I just do my own thing over here. I don't fucking know. Leave this alone entirely and just copy paste the same method. It'd be weird to call this other class randomly anyway. Chat, I'm gonna take a break real quick. I will BRB. Yeah, begrudgingly we have to just like copy paste this logic, I think. Unfortunately. I genuinely don't know why it checks whether or not there is a max stack size. But that's... Like, I think, okay, maybe I didn't have the is stackable method in the first version of this game, and this is like a leftover of the original where it's like, does it have a max quantity? Okay, if it does, that means it's stackable. I actually can't think of a reason why... Not why I have that in general, because that makes sense as a max, but why this check is here. It's very strange. Well, regardless, God, I'm so fucking cold, chat. I just heard the heater kick on, nice. Heard me, voice activated. But in reality, we pretty much just gotta do this, I guess. Now back to this guy. Well, I don't want to do that in here. Let's make a method for it, because at least then... Combine... No, stack. Item slots. And then we'll want an item slot, item A, into not an item slot, but rather an item box slot, item B. This also has a quantity, right? There's a quantity string. Base.get quantity display. What do you do? What do you do? Weapon show quant. What the fuck? Item is stackable, show quantity. Oh, item box slot is an extension of item. Wait, so if that's the case, I could just make an item slot thing and just call that on both of these. Okay, cool. Then I just... Alright. God damn it. I mean, there's not like anything else in item box slot that I need logic-wise. Alright, chat, we're back on it. What the hell happened? Oh, I closed the whole class, didn't I? Dang it. No, I didn't. Never mind. There we go. Okay. Public static. Back at it again, chat. Void stack item slots. Item slot A. Thank you. Autocomplete. It's still incredibly suspect on this one. You know what? I will break my game and find out later. Fuck it, chat. I'm not even gonna comment this out. I'm gonna erase it. Boom. And then we just take literally all of this logic, copy paste it into the other method I just created. Stack item slots. This and item slot B, or item B. You know what? Take slot out of here. And then anywhere that it's like, what the heck do I do here? Boom, look at that. Incredible. Max stack size... Oh, that's why we null check it, because it could be null. Well, I mean, just fucking, I don't know, null ternary. Literally int.max, how about that? Yeah, no value, just boom. I don't even know why that's nullable in the first... Oh no, it's nullable because that is a property on item, and items are not always stackable. I genuinely think that if statement is just, like, that last bit of that if statement over there is just a hangnail from the fucking first version of this game I made. Which also was code in Unity, so, like... right. And then item A.quantity minus equals quantity transferred. If item A.quantity is less than 0, item A.discard item. Boom. I don't know what is happening over on, like, it's not even, like, my chat window, but the, like, activity feed of, like, everything, like, no one's done anything in, like, an hour at this point. But for whatever reason, it keeps, like, moving, like, specifically the Megalovania redeem that happened, like, an hour ago, that FBO did. It keeps going from being, like, a one-line thing to, like, a two-line thing, and I'm like, oh, something moved, let me look over there, and it's nothing. I do need to fix this get type comparison. I'm gonna, we'll fix this like now, but just in case I get distracted and forget about it. What I'm saying. You know what it is? I just I'm stupid, chat. Is what it is actually. The thing is, it changes like that. The thing you just redeemed says this minute, then that's gonna turn into 1 minute ago, 2 minutes ago, and it's not like a mono spaced font, so as the digits get differently sized, it's pushing the text to the next line versus not. That's why it keeps moving like that. I don't know. You know what? Don't worry about how many years I've been streaming and the fact that I just realized this. To be fair, that's only as old as like channel redeems go, so it's not that old. Yeah, I don't even need this call for is stackable. I mean, we'll still need that method generally speaking. That might actually be able to become a protected method once I add this, but I want to have something that's like, honestly, is stackable is the right like thing to call it, but you have like is stackable and then you give it two different items of like, hey, is this item stackable with this one? Maybe is stackable with. Actually, that would be the better way to do it. And we'll have a, like, it's not going to be abstract. We'll have, like, a generic implementation of it, but then we can get more specific. The generic implementation could be the string comparison. But, like, if I want to override it later and, like, say, oh, if you're stacking ammo into a gun, but not vice versa, so, you know, source object is ammo, target object is gun, for the right type of gun for that ammo, specifically, then do that logic. And I could even do like if base dot is stackable, or it's a bit jank. But anyway, I like the idea of that. We're gonna do that right after I finish fixing this. Not even fixing this, adding this in. Item slot dot stack item slots. And then likewise over here, instead of doing this get prefab path equals get prefab path, I'll call the same thing here. Be like, hey, can I stack this with this? And actually, you know what? I could even do it like this, like a level up of like, you know, item can stack with, is stackable with. And this if statement gets much cleaner. I probably will just delete this comment line too, because at that point you can just fucking read it. Because you understand, like, can I stack this thing with this thing? Okay, do this logic, otherwise do the other logic. Yeah, but I mean, that's what it is. Okay, so we want to do what's in your inventory downward into the item box. Chat, I have incredibly overcomplicated this whole situation, I'm gonna be honest. Okay. What am I doing? Stack item slots. Which to which? Yeah, selected inventory item into selected box item. And now you're mad, because... Wait, what? Oh, shit. Well, I don't really want either of those, actually. Dang it. Alright. New plan, chat. New plan all around. And now I'm gonna have so many compile errors. And then I'm gonna just need to type item. Chat, this actually is from one of the Secret of games. I want to say it's from Secret of Mana, but I'm not really sure. See, this makes this longer, but it won't be longer for long, chat. Once I put the other thing over here, it'll be elegant as fuck. Everything's gonna be fine. Secret of the Mimic? Ah, there you go. I don't even know if that's a real game, but I trust you. Chat, we could just one-line these. I'm pretty sure this will work. but I could be wrong. Not the Kappa. We'll never know. You know what I haven't rated in like a real long time? I only thought of this because, specifically because Big Boy Game... Sorry, Big Boy Games rated us. We haven't rated D. Jocelyn in quite some time. Wonder how he's doing. Okay, so that was super funky. And also it went in the wrong direction. Darn it. Like, the first time I did this, it's like, nah. The second time I do it, it's like, okay, but the other way, I guess. It's strange. Why did that happen? You know what, actually, screw it. We're gonna implement this right fucking now. Public, virtual bool is stackable with item, well, actually, shit. I don't want an item slot. No, I want an item, yeah. Item B. No, not B. Whatever, fucking. Other item. And by default, we will return this dot get prefab path is equal to other item. Yeah, there we go. I guess I don't need to call this, whatever. And it's virtual because under, we'll just do it under pistol ammo, fuck it. I don't know where pistol ammo, there's pistol. There's pistol ammo though. That's what I need. Items. Pistol ammo. Found it. Public override bool. Public virtual override bool? I don't fucking know. Public override virtual bool? What do you want from me? What is the correct order here? It's just public override, is it not? There we go. I don't know why I was just... Stackable with other item, or other item is handgun. Pistol. Don't know, I thought handgun was a thing. No. Here's the real son of a bitch in this equation here. Do I want it on this side, or do I want it on the other side? So this is this thing going into the other thing. So yeah, I want it on this side. Boom. Alright. Not the other way around. Cool. So literally I only need this at this point. I don't need any of this other shit. But also, if, well, actually, yeah. If other item is null, return false. Simple as. Although I suppose I also need to, well, no, if it's null, null is not anything by default. So the override doesn't matter. This particular override that we made doesn't matter, at least. I don't need to copy that line. You know, generally I'd be a fan of just like override, like having a overridden method where there's like, you know, is stackable blank versus is stackable item, but the intent of calling each of these is so different. Like, this is just asking, hey, is this something that can be stacked, generally speaking, versus like, hey, can I stack this thing with this other thing? Like, those are two different, like, operations, so that's why I made this a different method name. Although I still use the same, like, verbiage, because it's like, well, I want to stack things, so I'm going to type is stackable, but then I see, oh, there's is stackable, and there's also is stackable with, and they instantly kind of make sense. Also, boom. Actually, I guess that's, otherwise swap. Okay, that's good, and then I need to go back to item slot and also do that here. That is stackable with item B. That item. Boom. I have obliterated the fucking if statement here. This was like 4 things when I came into this method. And now it's just 1. Anyway. I bet this is from Harvest Moon's, not 64, Harvest Moon's SNES. I would know if it's from Harvest Moon 64, we played that last year. I spent quite some time on it. Part of me wants to go back and play the SNES Harvest Moon, because I played that as a child, but I don't remember it very well. But also, I'm in the middle of playing not Harvest Moon, I'm in the middle of playing Stardew Valley, so that's probably just the better experience overall, and I should stick with that. What am I doing if? Oh, none of that. Just wanted to put some logging in here. What the fuck? Fuck it. Earthbound music. So it decided that yes, this is stackable, but then it didn't stack it. What the fuck? Why? Wait, okay, if I back out of this, is this like some UI issue? Oh, it did stack it. Okay. Well, no, it didn't. The fuck? Oh, wait, no, it should update the UI regardless. What the hell? That explains why it gave us 12. Okay, so it's not stacking it the wrong direction, it's just not refreshing the UI in the way that I want it to. I could have sworn I still had the, like, hey, refresh the UI after all of this logic, but, yeah, no, regardless of whatever, sync inventory, right? Like, pardon me. Oh, you know what? Maybe, okay, what does swap item slots do? Aha! Other.update UI, and then update UI on self. How about instead of that, we just fucking call that regardless, like... I mean, it probably would not hurt to, continue doing that, I guess. Selected inventory slot dot update UI. Final null, call it whatever. Selected box slot dot update UI. And that should set us straight here, I think. It was always working, chat. I just didn't realize it. There you go. Boom. Bum 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 bada bum 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 bada bum bum bada bum bada bum bum bum. Okay, so the fucking weird thing that I just created here with my other logic is if I were to say shoot off a couple of rounds of this, put this in here, and then wait, why do I have 10? Oh yeah, no, that's fucked. It's kind of funny. Oh, so it works that way. Wait, no, it doesn't even work that way though. It took my ammo. Shit. Yeah, no, it actually just ate my ammo. Okay. 2 bugs to log there. Those are probably unrelated. I don't really know. Well, okay, one is a direct side effect of us adding that extra line in. You know what? No combining into gun from chest logic. That solves one of those automatically. But the other issue is, if you... Sorry, bug. If you fire a gun in a room with an item box, the item box doesn't update your bullet count when you open the box. And that's one character. Well, hold on. Okay, there we go. Got it. So it's one character too large for a single new line, but if I delete the period, we're good. Cool. Also, we can, oh, also generic method. Yeah, we got that now. Yeah, moving ammo to another, yeah, that we got that. Let's commit all that stuff. It seems to be working. Not pistol, but ammo. Pistol ammo. There it is. One day we may want to override the combine method. I'm gonna leave it virtual for that reason, but until then, nah. Okay. Now if I go in and load my save file, everything should pretty much work totally fine. I mean, everything else seemed fine. At this point, you just won't Yeah, these won't combine, they'll just swap. That's fine. I'd rather have it that way than anything else. Okay. I mean, the other issue still is present in that, like, if I were to equip the gun right now and just fire it off. So if I go to my inventory, it says I have 7 bullets, but if I go in here, it's gonna say I have 10. That is, in fact, a bug. You can't cheat the system, it's still gonna, like, fix itself. But I should fix that because it's janky as fuck. But first, let's commit this fix, because this is, well, it's not even a fix, this is a quality of life thing. I don't need either of these to be committed, because those are just, like, I added the item box in for the sake of testing the item box. Item slot, player box control, item, yeah, this is all good. Added logic to merge ammo, or merge stackable items. Yo, what's up, Dr. Boo? Let's merge stackable items, when placing the same type of item on itself while using the item box. Hiccuping like crazy right now, chat. Oh. Push that code change. What do I want to fix right now? Okay. Number one thing to fix right now. There's that random, like, extra slash that gets added. I'm like 99% certain that that is, like, if I go in here and I look at all these prefabs, right? This is the get prefab. Alright, well that's just actually wrong. I don't know why that's the examine model, but whatever. Where's the, like, item model? What the hell? Oh, no, that's why that is what that is. I completely forgot that I added a 3D examine model. I mean, that still doesn't change the fact that, so if I examine, like, anything... Well, that's not the Shambler, but... That's the player, actually. Look at him go! Bastard. Bastard. There's the Shambler. Anyway, none of that is relevant to what I'm trying to do right now. So, that goes back to this thing where, like, all of my inventory, like, in the save file specifically, there's just, like, a double slash between, like, pistol, same goes for pistol ammo. I think that doesn't need to be there. It's, again, it's not breaking anything currently, but it could. I'm also very confused right now. Pistol dash ammo. Pistol dash ammo. Aha! Aha! Alright, it's all in one spot, chat. Easy fix. Because this folder prefab path has a slash at the end of it. Yeah, okay. Cool. I'm not even going to test this, chat, because I know this works. Removed extraneous slash from nice find. I mean, I saw it in my debug window, and I'm like, why does this have a double slash? Like, it wasn't breaking anything, but I'm like, that shouldn't be there, and if there's ever, like, some update that just randomly breaks that, I don't want to, like, be like, oh, my whole game's broken, why is that? You know? From save files. Or, no, from, item paths in save file. Serialization. That's not how you spell that. Serial. I may have hit a couple extra keys there. Shit, chat. I gotta make an emote out of this or something. I don't even have it anymore. I had to go look at the video to find out what I wrote here. When we were doing the the New Year's stream, it was not. I didn't say runner-up. It was something like. Oh, did I say runner-up? I don't know. Whatever category I put for like all of the stuff that I'm like, hey, this honorable mentions. Yeah, I spelt it like incredibly wrong. Yeah, I put honor bail mentions. HONORBALE. Wait, what am I? Okay. Just. No, never mind. I'm not gonna. Whatever, fuck it. It's on the stream. You guys just find it. I just noticed all of my recommends were like on the sidebar, and I'm like, nah. Just nah. Alright. Ballin'. And if I go load my save file, everything should be fine. I deleted the bug report preemptively. Well, no, this will be wrong because it's saved that way. Start it over. Make a new save and then check it. Like it's in the file. I can't change that, you know? Oh, okay, you know what? Honestly, this is just like quality of life, but I want to make I think I do actually want to make what am I looking for? I want to make the one thing work the way I want it to. Yeah, speed command should also affect rotation speed. Boom, done. Simple, one sentence, go. I don't know, I like clicked the screen and it went forward somehow. It's fine, I guess. Got that gun. Pick up that ammo. We're on normal difficulty, so that's all I've got. Put one of these things in the chest. Use the console save command. Now use the console load command to load the save. Alright, here's our save data. So both in the item box, we have the proper number of slashes. Don't be fooled by this double slash here, that's correct. And then up here, also just a single slash. Okay, cool. And then likewise, our stuff is still here, right? Yeah. I never equipped it, so the fact that it wasn't equipped is actually correct. Our ammo is still in the box. Ignore that T-pose, that was actually intentional. That's not right. That cutscene should not have loaded. And also it's frozen now. It's frozen until I hit the skip button, which is even weirder somehow. Well, the menu's fucked up, but that's always the case in this room. Well, chat, I don't know. I don't know about that one. But we fixed the other issue, as far as I can tell. I'll put a thing in there just to double check. Load from last save on 1/3/2026. No, it's 1/4. I thought it was past midnight reflexively. So I'm like, this -1 to the current date on my calendar right now. Alright, let's save from 1/4/2026. Cutscene plays again for some reason in main room and also doesn't end until you hit skip? Question marks? And if I go back to our save, like it shows the whole blob of our save file, and it should say cutscenes watched. Where the fuck is it? Ugh. And you can even see that was. Oh yeah, no, it's back to nothing now. Cutscenes watched is empty. I'm gonna put a note on here. Note. did not skip cutscene. So I've been skipping that cutscene like most of the night. I wonder if it's related to that somehow. We can probably look into that when I get back, chat. I'm taking a break again. We're kind of winding down here. We're reaching the end of the night. I'm running out of steam. But, yeah, BRB. Oops. Hold on, let me fix my screen. Ugh. There we go. Alright. BRB for real now, and then we'll probably look at specifically that. Maybe that was a fluke, because that cutscene does seem to be very glitchy for some reason. I don't know. Anyway. It's returned. Let's see if we can nail down this glitch. Actually, let's see if it even happens again. If I like, it might just not happen this time, which is honestly like the worst outcome. But you know, whatever. No, it's playing it again. Okay, if you skip it, that's fine. But hold on. Like, if it's glitchy because I'm using a bunch of console commands, that's one thing, but that does not seem to be the case. In fact, like, we know that it seems to not, yeah, what is happening? Why is it not, like, ending? Okay, it's one thing if it's, like... Pardon me. Oh my god. Fuck. Ugh. It's one thing if it, like, doesn't track the cutscene as being watched, but the fact that it like fully breaks for some fucking reason is crazy. It's like, okay, now this cutscene is just like not ending. What could I have possibly changed that would have broken this? Like, I've been working in like the item box menu and also just like the general inventory menu. Like, none of that is tied into the code for the cutscenes. What is it doing? We definitely like watched the cutscene just fully finish several times at some point. Like, I didn't maybe place a save file after every instance of it, but the hell, man. Okay, actually though, now I save. Now I load. Didn't rerun the cutscene, which is a good sign, I guess. Didn't do it again. Oh yeah, now I can see watch cutscenes is it's got it in there. Okay, well, fuck, man. I'm gonna leave that bug on my bug list. I don't know what happened there. Chat. We're pretty much at the end of the stream. However, yeah, I don't really feel like doing anything else in here. We've wiped a couple things off our bug list and added like more. Comparatively, like there's more on the list now than there was when I sat down tonight, and that's good because that means we got stuff to do still. I've been stuck in a like rut with this game because I just haven't known what to work on, and there's certainly plenty we can work on. Is what we've learned tonight. Having said all that, stream is not ending. I'm gonna play a stupid shitpost game, as I often do when I should be ending on time. But yeah, let's get that set up. We did actually do a lot of cool stuff tonight. We got the we got some bugs fixed. We got updated the latest stable version of Godot. We also whatchamacallit, we have like some cool quality of life things, such as when you go in the storage chests, you can combine ammo now instead of like having to take it out, then combine it, then go back in. So yeah, I'm satisfied with our progress tonight. It's a bit of a shorter stream given that I started late, but yeah. Well, thanks. I don't know why I'm giving this like weird summary at the end of my... It's not even the end of the stream. I'm gonna play something like right now. So let's make that happen. Yeah, this certainly still working on this game. Also, the other random roguelike that I've streamed dev on before, that's gonna happen. Sunday dev streams are back, chat. As you can see before your very eyes. So yeah, more of that coming soon. Well, not coming soon, coming in a week. Till then. Well, not Goon Night. Alright. I'm just gonna switch to the game. Thank you, Yoshi's Island theme.